I'm going to give him some grace on that one. All right. Now, let's move on to Peter spilling the beans on Katie's podcast. Okay. Here we go. All right. Before I play it, I'm going to read to you what Peter said. Well, I'll read to you the text messages that Peter said that Tom Sandoval sent him. I'll give you my thoughts on it. I'll give you the background, and then we'll listen to it, and we can listen to the context and everything, okay? So, quick background. Beginning of the season, it was the whole fake relationship, and by fake, I mean Rachel Raquel was being fake. Poor Peter was being duped. He was like, oh, I get some more camera time? Yay. But then he realized he was being played, right? So the beginning of the season, we all know that Rachel Raquel was hooking up with, casually dating Peter. It was very awkward. It was very weird. It was super, super creepy and cringy because it was so obvious that she was not into him and he was so tone deaf and just sort of just completely clueless that it just gave off a really creepy vibe. Because for me, anytime there's and I'm not being sexist, but I'm just going to say from my personal point of view, because I'm a woman, anytime there's a man that is really kind of into a woman and she's really not into him and he's just not getting the hint, it's just icky to me. It's really icky. So Peter did come across as a complete creep, very creep and very weird and just very right? And I feel really bad for him. She called him, the starter pony, and all this stuff. They were making out. And this is the important part to remember. They were all at SUR. Rachel Raquel got wasted. She was taking shots with Charlie. She got really drunk. This was when her and Peter were being hot and heavy. They make out at SUR. She blacks out and he goes back home with her. We learn all of this the next day when Sheena and Rachel Raquel, they're at a spa day. They're wrapped up in the whole white robes and everything. And Sheena's Sheena's playing her little part because she wants to keep her job. And she's like, oh, did you and Peter hook up? What happened? And Rachel Raquel is like, oh, I don't know. I don't even remember. I was so drunk and he slept over and blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. I was just so drunk, right? And remember I said that didn't sit well with me because, again, it's just a creep factor to me. It's an ick factor when a girl is really drunk, wasted, passed out, blacked out, and a guy who is sexually interested with her does stuff with her. That's just really icky to me. And I also thought it wasn't a good look. It just sounded really bad. It sounded horrible. And Sheena, I don't know why she didn't get it. She was like, oh, well, huh, that'd be great. But if that was my friend, I would be like, what the hell? I would be like, did you guys hook up? Did you have sex? What happened? Are you okay? Do you know what happened to you? Do you know what I mean? Type situation. So that is the story of it. But I mean, that's how I took it. Nobody on the cast took it that way. They were just like, oh, she's blackout drunk. He took her home, whatever. Until this. So now Peter is on Kristen Doute's podcast. I think that this dropped on Wednesday or Thursday. And he's, really upset about how he's been portrayed on the show and upset more so at Rachel Raquel because she's like, oh, starter pony and not being into him. And then how it reads is really bad. And now he's like, oh, well, now I know why you were being that way towards me because you were already having sex with Sandoval. And then he's like, and I have proof. I have proof that they were having sex during that time. And he breaks out a text message that Tom had sent him. And this is what it said. He says, and then he texts me and he says, quote, dude, just watched the first episode, LOL. Did you bang Raquel the night after SUR? Said Peter, who alleged Tom added a crying, laughing face. Okay. Peter took this as Tom Schwartz being jealous, basically checking in to be like, were you having sex with Raquel, during that time because I was having sex with her. and basically seeing if Raquel was, quote, cheating on him, you know? And don't forget, this was filmed way before August. That's why at the beginning of the video, I made sure to point out the date of August, because that's when Tom Schwartz lied on Watch What Happens Live and said that's when Tom Sandoval and Raquel had their first one-night stand was in August. But August, like I said earlier, was Sheena Shea's wedding. Peter and Rachel Raquel were dating and hooking up months before Sheena's wedding. Months. That was episode 1. And episode 1 was when they had already started dating. And by dating, I just mean they were, making out, going on dates. They obviously weren't boyfriend or girlfriend or anything like that. But the season, episode 1, started with something already going on between them. Months. And now we're on episode 9, and Sheena still isn't even freaking married yet. So Schwartz wants to get on TV and say the first time Rachel Raquel and Tom Sandoval had sex was in August of 2022. The lies. Now, I think Sandoval sent Peter this text for 3 reasons. A, I agree he was jealous, because although I think he doesn't have a problem sharing women with Schwartz, I think he would have had a problem sharing Rachel Raquel with Peter. So I do think he was jealous. And 2, I do think he wanted to see if Rachel Raquel was, quote, cheating on him, which is weird since he's a cheater, but you know what I mean. He wanted to see if the side chick was cheating, because I'm sure she said, oh, nothing happened. It was just for the cameras. But he's insecure and wants to see if she was, busting it open for Peter too. And I also think 3, I think he probably felt a little bit how I felt when I was like, wait a minute. And I think he was trying to see if Peter had taken advantage of Rachel Raquel when she was drunk. Because when that scene happened, I was like, wait a minute. Why did Peter take Rachel Raquel home and sleep over when she was blackout drunk? That didn't sit well with me either, especially because Sheena said that they were making out and kissing and all of that stuff. Like, did he just continue it? But he obviously on the podcast says, no, we didn't have sex. Like, nothing happened. Like, what do you mean? We didn't have sex. It wasn't that he took her home. It was like, you stayed the night. Like, if someone's blackout drunk, put him in bed and leave. Go home, Peter. So I think it was all 3 reasons. I think he was jealous. I think he wanted to see if they smashed. And I think he wanted to see if Peter had taken advantage of her when she was drunk. I think it was all 3. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. And then let's hear it from Peter's mouth himself. All right. Let's listen to the snippet. All right. Here we go. Can you guys hear it? All right. Let me know if you can hear it down below. I don't think it's... If not, I can pull it up on my phone. Didn't hear anything? Okay, you guys, let me find it. Let me find it again then. 1 second.
Seasons 5 and 6, I felt like a part of me left. It's like Samson Luke job. Yeah. Basically, that's it. And then with the starter pony comment, it's like, that's not an insult. No, I do that. Land. I'm getting off the plane. I turn my phone on from airplane mode, and I get an interesting text. Now, usually, if I was back at home, my brother Jude, would have been, I would have shown him the text and he would have been like, what the fuck? But since I was in a happy place and I'm like I said, not even thinking about Vanderpump Rules.
Right. You're very disconnected.
I'm doing my thing. I'm all like,
world.
yeah, exactly. I'm all like, I'm not getting involved in any of this controversy. I'm just Peter's manager who likes to get drunk at the bar and have a good time.
Well, you're done filming, so it's like what's done is done.
It's not even about filming. It's more like, I'm just doing my thing. That's it. I'm disconnected. I get off the plane, I turn my phone on, and I get an interesting text from one Tom Sandoval.
Shut the fuck up. What does it say?
So he hasn't texted me in 6 months.
Shocking.
And then he texts me and he says, and I quote, dude, exclamation point. Just watched the first episode, LOL, exclamation point. Did you bang Raquel the night after, sir? Exclamation point, question mark, crying, laughing face. Now, if you go through my text messages with Tom Sandoval, he never texts me emojis. Never does.
Right.
So
he actually sucks at texting in general.
At the time, I am so disconnected, I didn't even think about it. Because I'm like, I'm in Tampa Bay. I'm in my environment. I'm going to dress like a pirate tomorrow. I'm going to be having some fun. I didn't even think about it. What I'm thinking is, how are they portraying me on the show? So I call him. He's all like, oh, no, I just was wondering if you banged Raquel that night. I'm like, oh, no. How are they portraying me? Like, could you send me the episode or something?
Yeah.
Because I don't even ask for the episodes.
Right.
You're
disconnected. You've moved on.
When you were living on Kings Road, we went over a couple of times. I didn't even like watching myself on camera.
Did, yeah.
So I don't watch it. I give what I need to give, and then that's it. And I'm like, okay, I drank, I had a good time, I'm disconnected. And then this text comes through, and I'm all like, I didn't even think of because you think you know somebody,
right? You're like, why is he even asking?
You're getting exclusive. You're getting an exclusive right now.
Like, why is he even bugging you about this?
Exactly.
Well, now we know.
But at the time, I'm all like, wait, how are they portraying me on the show? I was like,
did he respond?
No, so I called him. He's like, oh, I don't have much time. He's like, do you want me to send me the episode? I was like, yeah, sure, send it to me. I'll check it out. The episode was just what I thought it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was just, oh, yeah, I'll get you some nachos, because it was a whole joke. And I don't know why she responded in that way that she did, because she knows that she was looking for nachos on one of our excursions. I was like, all right, I'll find you some nachos. It was an insight. I don't know why she responded like that. And now I know why.
Yeah.
Because she was already dating Tom Sandoval.
Yeah, dude.
She was already having sex with Tom, and that text message from him proves it.
100%.
That text message from him to me proves it.
Is on the floor right now. Like, why would Tom Sandoval text you?
He's never texted me about anyone.
Like anything personal.
No.
Like growing out.
If you look back at my history.
How about Peter? How are you? Like nothing, If
you look back at our history, nothing like that. He hadn't texted me since August, and all of a sudden it's the end of January. You know what I mean? So.
Have you talked to him since?
No.
I have a question.
No, I'm not.
Are you friends with Tom
No,
Sandoval?
I unfollowed him on Instagram.
Same.
I unfollowed Rachel on Instagram. I'm not going to tolerate this garbage. Yeah. I'm sorry. But then again, I'm taking some blowtorches to some things. We're not going to get into that.
Okay, you can tell me.
No, because you've already, you know. You know what last year, you remember, yes. So we don't have to get into that.
God damn.
Because you don't want, because here's the thing, it's like the lion. The lion, he tolerates a lot, and then that's it. I take out both clubs.
Yeah.
And then you can find me. You know where to find me.
Yeah.
For anybody that seems to be pissed off at me, well, I'm at SUR. Finding me at SUR is like finding Santa at the beach. Come on in. So I will welcome you with open arms.
It is safe to say everyone at this table is hashtag Team Ariana.
Oh yeah, big time. Love Ariana.
Ooh. So basically, all of our suspicions have been confirmed. I mean, it's kind of like a no-brainer at this point, but Tom Sandoval and Rachel Raquel have been smashing, I actually think probably for about a year. I think it's been about a year, I would say. maybe that's what my gut. I think about a year they've been smashing because it's about to be Coachella again right now. I bet you it either started at or right around Coachella. So I think they've been smashing for, at this point, about a year. About a year. Sloopy says, Peter has known Tom for years and all the cheating, now he's so upset. What Peter is upset about is the fact that Tom and Rachel Raquel used him and played him and basically made him look like a creeper and a weirdo and a fool. You know, like we said earlier with Tom Schwartz, like these are their own individual people. These are grown men, you know. He can't police what Tom does. If Tom Sandoval's a cheater, he's a cheater. But when you involve me and you try and play me and you try and clown me, then that's going to be a problem. Like, I bet you if they did not play Peter the way they did, Peter has always been very middle of the road. He's been everybody's friend. He doesn't really get involved. He pops in, he pops out, he does whatever. Peter probably would have been very middle of the road. He probably would have been like, what Tom Sandoval did was wrong. What Rachel Raquel did was wrong. But I'm going to stay out of it. I'm going to mind my own business, which is exactly what he said he was doing until he realized they played the hell out of him. She called him a starter pony. She made him look like a weird, creepy predator guy. I would be pissed too. And that's why he said, oh, so the reason why you were being one way to my face, but one way in the confessional, and then one way behind my back was because you were sleeping with Sandoval the entire time, and you made me look like a weird creep guy. I would be pissed and enraged if I was Peter too. You want to cheat on your own time. Don't involve me in it, right? And then also, he's also pissed because basically what he is saying is Tom Sandoval sent him this text almost all as a way to sort of like brush up. But that's why he was like, oh, well, I'm going to turn into a lion, right? Because now the context of the text is very, very different. It's one thing if Tom Sandoval sends him that text when he's still with Ariana and Rachel Raquel is single and he's just trying to check in and be like, hey, like what happened that night? We just got the screeners. What's going on? Just checking in, right? Versus I'm actually the one having sex with and busting it wide open with Rachel Raquel. And now I see on the screener that you are busting it wide open and having sex with Raquel. Dude, what's good? So that's why Peter's pissed. He's like, yo, don't text me and come at me and ask me if I'm having sex with someone when you've been secretly having sex with them while in a relationship this entire time. If I was Peter, I'd be pissed too. You clowned me on TV, you made me look like a creeper, and now you're trying to send me some text like you're the big man, like you're trying to check me. That text was really trying to check Peter. Like, did you have sex with her? What happened? Right? So if I was Peter, I'd be pissed too. I'd be pissed too. Keep my name out your mouth, stop playing with me, and don't brush up. That's why Peter was like, well, he's like, if you're upset with me, if you have a problem with me, everybody knows where to find me. Peter basically was like, catch me outside, Tom. That's basically what Peter was saying. He was like, I'm at SIR. Everybody knows where to find me. If you have a problem, instead of sending me this weird text with this weird emoji, you know where I'm at. Catch me outside, Tom. That's what Peter was saying. That's what he was really saying. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, you guys. Stick around my Candy Kings because I'm about to take your Candy Cane questions and comments. But before I do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and drop it down below. Let me know what you think about Tom Schwartz being a absolute double disaster on Watch What Happens Live.